we don't use that in conversation. But this is frozen language. It means to help somebody and to incite them to commit the crime. So you have to learn to differentiate these couplets. You have, a lot of terms that are used together like that. Formal language, consultative, when you just have a conversation or you're trying to get information. Casual, when we sit around and talk with our friends. Or intimate. I don't have to explain that. That was supposed to be funny, I'm sorry. Maybe you don't know right away, okay, is he using this register or that register? Okay, maybe I can't tell, but I need to be able to reflect it, okay? Because the conservation of register is the most essential element in the voice of the speaker. The voice of the speaker, okay? What is the person trying to communicate? What are they trying to get across? And we need to preserve that because there are many elements to communication besides words. I'm sure you're familiar with that in your sign language interpreting. Words are just a way of communication, but there are also, in your field, facial expressions. In our field, there's tone of voice. There is just the entire demeanor of the person, okay, that you have to take into account, and that reflects the register. Now, when you have register and dialect combined, different languages from different countries or different varieties of Spanish, and then you have different registers combined, there's going to be difference. If you're in a higher register, people will use standard Spanish. It communicates across from one area to another. When you have some of the intermediate registers, then people use the language that you hear commonly in TV and movies and now the internet. So, for example, even if somebody is from another country than the Spanish that you're used to, if you use standard Spanish, they should be able to understand it. Okay. But when we get to the lower registers, there's a wide variation. And that's where it becomes a little bit more of a challenge. So let's do this dialectical exercise. You have note-taking space. You can do it there or wherever you are. Let's take a minute. I want you to write down in Spanish, if you can do this, 5 words for banana. 5 words. In other words, in my country we say this, but in another country I know they use this other word. Okay? 5 words for beans. Okay, some of you from Puerto Rico will use a different word than a Mexican would use for beans. But we understand each other. At least we understand the Mexicans. They don't understand us. But you know why? Because we have watched Mexican movies growing up. But they haven't watched any Puerto Rican movies. 3 words for car trunk and 5 words for bus. All right. How about 5 words for banana? Okay. 1 word.
Okay, plátano.
Plátano. And you?
Guineo.
Guineo. Some of you are going, what? G-U-I-N-E-O. Guineo. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Banano.
Banano. Okay. Is that it? Well, let me give you my answer. Banana, even. Banano, plátano, cambur. Anybody know cambur? Venezuela. Venezuela. Sí, cambur. so you become exposed to that. How about, what was the next one? Beans, okay? The Puerto Rican beans over here. Habichuelas. Of course, everybody here knows about refried beans or frijoles, right? You have granos. Granos. I hadn't thought of that one. Where do they say granos for beans? Okay. Okay. Did I see a hand over here? Judías. Judías, yes. Porotos. I have that one. Okay. Porotos in Chile, right? How about frijoles? Anybody know frijoles? Where? Frijoles in Colombia. And in España also? Just with a different stress. Instead of frijoles, it's frijoles. And no, it's not that they're uneducated. It's just a different word, different pronunciation. Okay, the next one is car truck. Yes, sir. Baúl, Puerto Rican, aren't you? Okay. See, by the word, I can tell where somebody's from. Anybody else? Cajuela. Okay. That's more of a standard. Just about everybody has heard cajuela. I would never say that in Puerto Rico, but I heard it growing up when I watched TV made in Mexico. Okay. Anybody else? Yes. Culata. Okay. I hadn't heard that one. I can see, yeah, well, I can see when she's coming. Oh, sorry I said that. Okay. Well, let me give you one. How about maletero? And when you hear it, you go, oh, el maletero. Oh, I understand what he's saying. But these words can help me identify the person's place of origin. And so I can try to use that variety of Spanish if I can. And finally, 5 words for bus. Bus, autobús, camión, guagua, okay, which in Chile means a baby.
Yeah, that's right.
But in Puerto Rico, it means a bus. Yes, sir. Piscicorre. Ah, I hadn't heard that one in a long time. Piscicorre. There's some similar words in Mexico for that, but I can't think of it. Pecero.
Buceta.
Huh?
Buceta.
Buceta? Okay, buceta. Colectivo, that's another one. Right. Well, I have it right there.
Yeah, micro.
That one.
En las zonas rurales, rural areas, guajolotero. Because the animals are stacked on top of the bus. And guajolote is a turkey in Mexico. Anything that ends in ote and ate, that's Mexico. Because of Nahuatl, okay, the language of the Aztecs. So that's where we get tomato and chocolate. They all have that in it. Yes?
Just a cute little story. My niece, I asked her, ¿Quieres un plátano? And she goes, plata sí, plata sí.
Because plata no means money no. She said, do you want money no? No, I want money yes. Okay? So this can be a challenge. So what are your strategies? Expand your horizon. You know, sometimes I teach interpreting at the University of Texas at El Paso, and we have an exercise book, and in Mexico they say jale on the door. Okay, you pull and push. It says jale. But in Puerto Rico, we say ale. And so if we have a text where the Spanish speaker says ale, my students, who are mostly from Mexico, say, oh, there's a typo. There's a mistake. It's, no se dice, right? No se dice ale, se dice jale. Well, in your country, yes. But we need to expand, okay? We need to become aware of these varieties. And stick to the client's term, okay? If the client says, they took my bolsa, then next time